Case for tightening India's airport security. Blogs.economictimes.indiatimes.com. Case for tightening India's airport security today, 12/17, and three recent developments warrant an upgrade in India's airport security systems. 1. The defection of a Hizbul militant to the Islamic State is in Jammu and Kashmir. 2. The establishment of a base by the IS in Strife on Mindanao, in the Philippines, where its fighters, including from lands as far away as Chechnya, are combating the army. And 3. Australia has just foiled a plot to use a new kind of chemical bomb on a Dubai-bound flight, designed to release a poison gas that would kill everyone aboard. After losing its caliphate in Iraq and Syria, the IS has, clearly, spread out its operations, with a special focus on Asia. There is no reason to believe that India would not be a major target for its expansion and attacks. Several Indians have already demonstrated their willingness to join the terror outfit, some have died fighting abroad. Wanton attacks in different parts of the country on Muslims in different parts of the country for no reason other than their faith produce a fertile ground for recruiting fresh volunteers to the radicals' cause. This being the case, there is every reason to raise the level of vigilance across the board against fresh terror attacks. Intelligence, of course, is the first line of defense, but policing and security protocols at sensitive spots such as airports must go up. If unconventional chemical weapons disguised as articles of everyday use are being used by the terror outfit, airport security must prepare for and guard against this possibility. Eternal vigilance is the price of liberty. That, and painful queues, as searches and screening become more thorough. What the government can and should do is to man every screening terminal and deploy more personnel for security checks, to minimize the pain for legitimate passengers. Comments. Visit website. Stable prices raise rate cut hopes. Blogs.economictimes.indiatimes.com. Stable prices raise rate cut hopes today, 12:02 am on August 2nd. The RBI will review monetary policy and, possibly, tweak policy rates. Markets that had run up to record highs in July are looking forward to this. The consensus among analysts is a 25 basis point cut in rates. Analysts believe that a recent drop in consumer price inflation, CPI, should lead to a rate cut. This is expected to boost sentiments, so that investors start putting money into real projects. In June, overall CPI grew only 1.54% and food prices shrank by a little more than 2% compared to the year-ago period. In an ideal economy, low or falling inflation should merit rate cuts to stimulate investment and growth. But riddled by market imperfections and real supply constraints, India is far from an ideal economy. Indeed, it is likely that when July inflation numbers are released later this month, food prices will show an abrupt increase. For example, tomatoes now sell for 120 per kilograms in many urban markets, compared to 20 per kilograms a few months ago. This is an outcome of untimely rain and supply disruptions caused by the demonetization exercise last year. Prices of pulses and edible oil, which had been tempered by an increase in imports and government intervention, are also expected to head north. So, it is futile to project sub 4% inflation as the new normal. India has two big, related problems that interest rate tweaks cannot address. These are stagnant or shrinking private sector investment and the terrible state of bank balance sheets. In July, rating company Moody's polled investors in Hong Kong. 70% of respondents picked India's banking system as the most vulnerable among 7 South and Southeast Asian economies. Indian banks' bad debts are reckoned to be around $191 crore. Much of this is concentrated in state-owned banks, but private lenders like Axis Bank are also distressed. Most banks pocket outright liquidation, because they will have to put aside 100% of the bad debt for provisioning. Restructuring has not worked. Today, banks are unwilling to lend, choking even viable projects. The RBI must focus on clearing up this bad debt to get lending, investment and growth back on track. Comments. Visit website.